Major shift. Bank of America reportedly accepting Iraqi Dinar. What this means for investors. Welcome to the Iraqi Dinar RV, your trusted source for credible updates, verified insights, and expert commentary on Iraq's financial transformation. In this article, we explore a major development that has the potential to reshape how the Iraqi Dinar, IQD, is viewed and handled by global financial institutions, particularly within the United States. For years, dinar holders have been waiting for a sign, something beyond rumors and speculation, indicating that the global financial system is beginning to treat the Iraqi dinar as a legitimate and tradable currency. That moment may have just arrived. Bank of America quietly engaging in IQD exchange. Multiple first-hand reports from customers have confirmed that Bank of America, one of the largest banking institutions in the U.S., has started accepting physical Iraqi dinar notes for currency exchange. This isn't a policy listed on their official website or publicized through press releases. Rather, it's a low-profile rollout being quietly implemented at select branches across the country. The exchange process is reportedly being handled through the bank's foreign currency desks and only by appointment. Customers have successfully conducted IQD to USD transactions after speaking with private bankers and receiving confirmations from authorized representatives. This discreet yet significant action indicates a broader institutional shift in how the dinar is being perceived, a step toward financial legitimacy. While many in the dinar community have long held hope for a revaluation, RV, few expected such tangible confirmation from a Tier 1 bank like Bank of America. To begin exchanging a foreign currency like the IQD requires considerable behind-the-scenes preparation. This includes updating exchange platforms and real-time pricing systems like SWIFT, Bloomberg, and Reuters, implementing counterfeit detection and note validation technology, ensuring compliance with federal regulations and anti-money laundering (AML) protocols, conducting internal legal and risk assessments. The activation of these systems suggests the IQD is no longer being treated as an exotic or restricted currency. Instead, it is entering mainstream banking processes, one of the clearest signals yet that Iraq's economic reintegration is gaining traction. Which IQD notes are being accepted? Customer reports indicate that the following denominations are currently being processed for exchange. 25 IQD, Source and IQD 5000 IQD, Season IQD. Smaller denominations, like the 250 or 500 dinar notes, are reportedly not being exchanged yet, likely due to logistical limitations or lower demand. This selective rollout supports the idea that Bank of America is testing and fine-tuning its systems before expanding the program further. Exchange rates and variability. One of the most frequently asked questions concerns the actual exchange rate being offered. Verified reports suggest rates ranging from $3 to $4.25 per IQD, depending on the branch and volume of the transaction. These figures are striking because they represent a dramatic departure from the heavily discounted, speculative rates that many private dealers and online platforms have used in the past. It's important to note that rates can vary from one location to another and may be influenced by transaction size, appointment availability, and real-time financial data. Always confirm rates directly with your branch prior to making any exchange. How to prepare for a successful IQD exchange. If you hold Iraqi dinar and are considering an exchange, preparation is key. Here are 5 essential steps. 1. Examine your notes. Ensure your dinar bills are clean, undamaged, and properly stored. Avoid presenting torn, stained, or excessively worn currency. 2. Gather documentation. Bring proof of purchase or any certificates of authenticity. This helps demonstrate a legitimate source and may streamline the compliance process. Schedule an appointment. Call your local Bank of America branch and ask to speak with someone who handles foreign currency exchanges. These services are not available for walk-ins. 4. Consult a financial advisor. Currency gains may be subjected to taxation. It's advisable to speak with a tax expert to understand your obligations. 5. Secure your transport. If you're traveling with large amounts of currency, plan your trip carefully. Bring a trusted person with you and avoid discussing your exchange plans publicly for safety reasons. Why the quiet rollout? It's unusual for a major bank to introduce such a significant capability without a public announcement. However, this level of discretion is often strategic. By minimizing publicity, the bank can control customer flow and avoid overwhelming demand. Test and refine internal systems before a broader release. Comply with internal legal and regulatory requirements without triggering market speculation. This cautious rollout reflects a measured institutional shift, a methodical and deliberate step toward incorporating the IQD into global financial systems. Potential ripple effect across the banking industry. Other major banks appear to be watching closely. Early signals suggest that Wells Fargo, Citibank, and J.P. Morgan Chase are reviewing their internal systems and policies regarding IQD handling. J.P. Morgan is reportedly in the final stages of readiness testing. If more institutions begin to follow Bank of America's lead, this would mark a second wave of global currency acceptance, potentially leading to interbank settlements and standardization of exchange rates. Such developments would further cement the Iraqi dinar's legitimacy in the financial world and could lead to increased liquidity and investor confidence. The bigger picture. What's driving this shift? Behind the scenes, several factors may be driving this newfound activity around the dinar. Iraq's growing oil revenues and trade partnerships are bolstering its economy. International institutions like the IMF and World Bank have worked closely with Iraq on economic reforms. Improved regulatory frameworks in Iraq have made its currency more attractive to global platforms. Technological integration with platforms like SWIFT allows real-time rate tracking and settlement. These changes don't happen overnight. What we're seeing now is likely the result of years of quiet coordination, strategic alignment, and incremental system upgrades. Proceed with caution, but be prepared. This is a defining moment for many dinar holders, especially those who've waded through years of uncertainty. However, this is not the time for impulsive action. Every transaction carries financial and legal implications. Always verify information with official bank sources, avoid risky mail-based exchanges, and consult professionals before making any major moves. It's equally important to recognize the risks associated with increased visibility. As more people begin exchanging or holding dinar, security precautions become essential. Protect your assets, maintain discretion, and avoid broadcasting your plans. Final thoughts. A real opportunity with real responsibilities. The Iraqi dinar's acceptance by a major U.S. bank is more than a symbolic victory. It represents a measurable change in the currency's standing within the financial world. While not all branches are currently participating, the door has been opened. With careful planning and responsible action, IQD holders are now in a position to benefit from a transition that once seemed distant. As always, continue following the Iraqi Dinar RV Hub for accurate updates, strategic guidance, and first-hand reports from others in the community. If you've already made an exchange or booked an appointment, your experience can help others navigate this process with greater confidence. This is no longer the what-if stage. It's the what-now stage. Your next step matters. Prepare wisely and stay informed.